welcome to this very special live interview. I'm kicking off my Creative Entrepreneurs interview series again, and what better way to begin it than here in Montreal with these two very talented designers and multi-passionate creatives who are growing their own fashion brand. So they're here to tell us about that today. And welcome, Quinlan Deere and Lisa Hemmingson. Lisa, also known as Lenny, is her performing name, and you can follow her on Instagram. She's an incredible singer and performer, and I got to see her perform at the Wiggle Room here in Montreal last week, and she was amazing. So I'm really excited to share their project with you because it's really unique and shares a lot of the values that I know a lot of you in my community also share. And there's a really unique opportunity for you to get on some amazing merchandise if you're an artist or you are a entrepreneur and you're looking to spread your message in a way that's, not tacky and from t-shirts from China and is sustainable and super creative. So why don't you tell me a little bit about how this project started for you guys?
Yeah, so it all started when I asked Quinn if she would make a design for my first batch of merch, because I'd never had merch before as an artist. And so she made this awesome design, and which is on the back of the shirt that you're wearing.
I'm wearing one of the designs right now. I love it.
So she made the design, and so I was all ready to order stuff online. I went to 4imprint, or I was looking for a bunch of these clothing kind of websites where you can put on your design, order 200 shirts or whatever. And I didn't want to order 200 t-shirts because I was I don't know, it's going to take me way too long to sell 200 t-shirts, no way. And also I just buy most of my thrift clothing, or my clothing thrift and vintage anyway. And so I felt really weird about buying so much new material. It's just such a waste. So we decided to put it on thrift clothes. And vintage clothes that we found. And so then we sold it at a show that I had at the Diving Bell. And people were super into it, and we had so much fun making it. We decided to silk screen it ourselves. Quinn was the lead on that. It was just a whole learning opportunity. It was really fun. And then just throughout that whole process, we were kind of we should just keep doing this, and just, help other artists have interesting and unique and vintage merch clothing. So we just decided to make it a company. We're hey.
Amazing. And by the way, Montreal is the spot for vintage clothes shopping, and there's amazing spaces, but somehow I've seen a few of the selections that they've created. They have really good taste and pick out really amazing stuff. Quinlan, why don't you tell us a little bit about your creative process and how you got to silk screening designs on clothes?
Sure. Well, I studied art in school, but I've always been kind of creative, very much a DIY kind of person. I always look at things and think, I can do that myself, and I'll just give it a go and see what happens with it. So this for me, it was just an opportunity to put all my doodles and sketches that actually I do for more of a relaxation thing, or something that I just enjoy doing in my downtime, and actually make something out of it. So the original designs, like what you see on this shirt and what you have and what Lisa's wearing, these are just more inspiration from my surroundings or pop culture. For example, that one is Broad City, Abby and Alana.
Oh yeah, I love that show.
And yeah, Lisa, so I'm just taking things from wherever I can get them from.
And this is the statue in Montreal, and
yeah.
that's the mountain behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so beautiful. What was the other question I was going to ask you? Yeah, so what are the, what is it that inspired you to, have a business, and what is your vision for just, your relationship with this business and the work that you want to do in the world?
Well, so I think it was one of the first times that Quinn and I were hanging out. We were talking about what we want to do with our lives. We were sitting on her balcony, overlooking Parc La Fontaine, and we were just talking about life. And we both kind of realized that we both really wanted to start our own business. It's something that I've always wanted to do my whole life. I've always just really, really had this deep desire to have my own thing and make it, and so that's kind of, we just decided that we're just gonna do it, and I think what's our vision for this?
Our vision? Well,
Yeah.
I think my vision is that I just want to be able to provide this service and help
Yeah.
people out and kind of give also people back the power as well of like, you know, coming up with a design and creating a brand and really feeling like they have a grasp, as well as like when they're doing it, trying to make something more eco-conscious as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like and keeping the business local too. Like it's so great to be able to meet with an artist, talk to them face to face about what they want their merch to look like, and then for us to physically make that merch for them and hand it over. Like it's so satisfying, and it just feels so good to be able to put it on recycled clothing. It just makes it so much more authentic and unique and interesting. And like Quinn is like a insanely talented artist. Like she calls her designs doodles sometimes, and like I'm like, yo, those are not doodles. Those are like works of art. Like she's so talented, so it's so fun to be able to put together like her insane talent with like my obsession with thrift shopping and vintage shopping. So like I just really want to be able to like provide this service to so many different, because we know so many different musicians in Montreal. So it's just like a fun idea.
Yeah, and I love that you mentioned that you're also open to working with entrepreneurs and small businesses, and it really stood out to me because I see a lot of people, if they're doing retreats or just like branding their company, and obviously they order a whole bunch of like things online. A lot of it is like kind of like disposable plasticky things or just like regular run-of-the-mill like promo stuff. But this is something super unique, and it's really creative, and it's just, this is something that I could for sure get on board with, that I would be excited about to represent me, and obviously collaborating to help spread the message of your brand, like whether you're an artist or whether you're an entrepreneur. It's such a cool idea. So do you want to tell them about the promos that you've got going on at the moment?
Yeah, so we're doing kind of like a couple different promo packages right now. We have the 20 item promo and the 40 item promo. So right now the price is for 20 items. So what you're getting is a custom design. So we'll meet up with the artist or entrepreneur. Quinn will make up a design based on like what the artist is looking for and just kind of like what has come out of our discussion. And then we'll do revisions if necessary, and then we'll get all the clothing, silk screen it, and then deliver it to them. And so for 20 items right now, it's $350. And so we will like suggest prices for people to resell the product at, because everything is kind of different. Like we might give you like, a few t-shirts, but you might also have like a pair of dress pants or like a wool coat or like a vintage windbreaker, so everything will sell at different prices. So it's a really like profitable package. I think the like average kind of net income is like upwards of $300 for the artist or entrepreneur after like they've made their money back that they've paid us. So there's a 20 item package for $350, and then there's the 40 item package that's $500 right now that we're doing it. So it's only going to be at this price just for a little while longer. We just really are focused on getting our message out there and like, getting our product out there, spreading the word a bit. So
yeah, so jump on it. Oh no. Damn it. Hopefully you caught that. Anyway, they have a really, really sweet promo on at the moment. So if you are thinking about getting some merch, creating another income stream for your company, or, if you're doing any type of live events, definitely send them a message. You can find them Positive Space on Instagram. And thank you so much for joining. I love what you're doing. Good luck, and keep us posted. And please share everything that you're doing. Feel free to share it around.
Cool. Yeah, we'll definitely share. Thanks so much for having us.
Thank you. You're so welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.